Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we've gone through a huge stack of sources. We're talking research, creator economy analyses, future trend reports, and the signal is it's incredibly loud and clear.
It really is.
A massive change is coming to the digital world. So today, we're strapping in for what the sources are calling pretty accurately the 2026 Community Gold Rush.
Yeah, and it might sound a little dramatic, but the core idea here is a really radical but necessary pivot.
Right.
For years, the whole mantra was just scale. Chase the biggest audience, get the most views. That model is, well, it's collapsing.
So all that effort chasing a massive audience is basically a dead end now.
It's quickly becoming a high-effort, low-return game. A fool's errand, really.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Our mission for this deep dive is to give you a shortcut to understanding why this is all happening and, more importantly, how to act on this new idea that focus becomes your multiplier.
Exactly.
We're talking about leaving behind that chase for the algorithm and instead building real focused value inside these intentional niche communities.
We're basically extracting the blueprints
Yeah.
for any creator who wants to stop being a content machine for the feed and start being an architect of, real sustainable value.
And that's a great way to put it.
We have to understand not just that small communities are outperforming the big ones, but why and how that actually turns into profit. This isn't just about being small, it's about being strategic.
I think we all feel this, don't we? You scroll and the feeling isn't connection, it's just noise, it's overwhelming. And our sources really zero in on the pain points driving this. They call it the AI-generated flood, this general digital overwhelm, and maybe most importantly, this declining trust in what we see in our feeds.
That declining trust, that's the real engine here. The AI flood means that general content, summaries, basic facts, it's cheap now. It's infinitely scalable.
And when everything is scalable,
Human-curated scarcity becomes the new premium. People are fleeing the chaotic public square and looking for these smaller, curated spaces where the noise just stops and real value begins.
that makes perfect sense. If I can get a generic summary from an AI, I'm only going to listen to the person who can say, okay, here is exactly how you need to apply this.
Precisely. And these successful little communities, they're not built by accident. The sources lay out 4 really clear pillars that define their success.
Okay.
The first one is personalized guidance. This means a real, tailored path for a specific journey. Not just, generic advice you could find anywhere.
A structured path. I like that. So if guidance is the path, then pillar 2 seems like it's all about keeping people on it. High trust environments.
Yes, people are starving for spaces where they can be authentic, not performative, where they feel safe enough to ask the real questions, the specific, maybe even vulnerable questions.
And you don't just build that trust by accident.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's often fostered by what the sources call asymmetrical commitment. The creator has to be more invested in the member's success than their own follower count. You have to moderate fiercely, show vulnerability first. That's what makes retention so strong.
So if trust is holding it all up, then the third pillar is about results. It's clear transformation.
Absolutely. Your community has to deliver tangible outcomes, measurable progress. You join to learn X, and you leave having done X, not just having watched a bunch of videos about it.
Right. And the last one deals with the tech climate. Pillar 4, human-led balance.
This is critical. As AI gets better and better, the most valuable thing a creator can offer is a human-led framework that complements AI, that doesn't try to compete with it.
So use AI for the grunt work, like moderation or personalization.
And use your human expertise for the judgment, the guidance, the empathy. That's the stuff that can't be automated.
Okay, so the big takeaway here is pretty fundamental. These micro-communities win because the engagement is just so much deeper. Retention is stronger, and monetization flows naturally because you're solving one specific problem incredibly well.
It's the difference between shouting general fitness tips in a stadium versus selling a custom marathon training plan to 50 dedicated runners. You've created something scarce and therefore something valuable.
This is where it gets really interesting for anyone who's been, frustrated by platform changes. 2026 is being called the turning point. The big platforms start failing the small creators.
Because their algorithms are just obsessed with fleeting viral content, not valuable connection. You can't build a real business on the whims of a feed that's designed for, 10-second attention spans.
You really can't.
And that's the opportunity. It's all in the high-intent model. You don't need 10,000 followers who kind of sort of care. You need 100 people who who are deeply invested in the problem you solve,
So small groups equal high-intent members.
which equals sustainable monetization. Absolutely.
But hold on, just 100 people. I can see someone hearing that and thinking it's a really small ceiling for a business.
But it's not. The math actually proves it out.
Mm.
A small group paying, say, $100 a year for something that provides acute value is way more stable and profitable than a huge audience generating pennies from ad views.
The psychology shifts completely. It's not entertainment anymore. It's an investment with a clear return. Which actually brings up a question for you, for everyone listening. Do you feel like you're performing for the algorithm right now, or are you really connecting with your high-intent people? We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Just drop a comment below.
That shift in focus is the key to unlocking what the sources call the community goldmine. We're talking about monetization models that go way beyond ads and views.
Okay, let's break them down. The first one seems like the most straightforward. Premium content and exclusive access.
Right, but this isn't just a bonus PDF. This is high-value stuff. Masterclasses, deep dive workshops, gated Q&A sessions where you get real access.
The next one is about leveraging the ecosystem. Curated marketplaces and partnerships.
Yeah, you become the trusted guide. You connect your members with the tools they already need, software, gear, whatever, and you earn affiliate revenue or referral fees. But the key is curation. You only recommend things that actually speed up their transformation.
I really like the third one for building loyalty. Community-created products.
Oh, this one is brilliant. You co-develop things, courses, templates, maybe even merch with your members. You get instant market fit, and they feel a sense of ownership. It's incredibly powerful.
And of course, the foundation for all this, subscription-based memberships, monthly or annual access.
But these aren't just chat groups. They're structured programs, curriculums that deliver consistent value over time.
And finally, the high-end option, limited cohort programs.
This is your high-touch, high-ticket offering, capped enrollment, real scarcity, premium positioning. It's all about quality over quantity, and it commands a much higher price.
But to make any of this work, you have to have that foundation right. The sources are so clear that a community's strength is directly tied to the clarity of its unique value proposition, the UVP.
If your purpose is fuzzy, your monetization will be weak, period.
So the UVP has 3 pillars. First, and this seems obvious, but so many miss it, solve a specific pain point.
And it has to be acute, solvable, repeatable. You have to demonstrably improve, fix, or transform something specific. General business advice is too broad. It's already failed.
The second is about identity, shared identity. This is that people like us do things like this feeling.
That's what makes people stay. They might join for the topic, but they stay for the tribe. They stay because they feel like they belong.
And the third pillar is all about you, the creator. Expertise in one lane. You have to be the go-to source for one thing. Avoid that all-purpose megaphone trap.
If you try to serve everyone, you end up serving no one exceptionally well.
Okay, let's talk tech. AI and Web3, they're often seen as, I don't know, threats or maybe just distractions. But here they're framed as fuel, not the destination.
Precisely. They are tools to amplify your purpose. For instance, AI shouldn't be writing your core content. It should be used for things like personalized recommendations or structuring learning paths or even automatic moderation to keep the space clean.
But let's talk about the complexity. What about something like tokenized communities? For a creator who's just trying to help people, isn't setting up tokens and crypto stuff just way too complicated?
That's a fair point, and the sources say it's still an optional layer. But the value is becoming clearer. It's better than just loyalty points. A token can be a key that grants access. Or it can give your most committed members real governance rights, like voting on the community roadmap.
And the tech is getting easier.
It's getting easier, and the value it adds for creating true commitment is going up.
What about the experience itself, these immersive virtual sessions? Is using a virtual office really better than just another Zoom call?
It changes the focus. Video call fatigue is real. These immersive spaces with spatial audio and interactive elements, they encourage deeper, small group interactions. It feels less like you're passively watching a screen and more like you're actively co-creating.
So this all boils down to a pretty simple framework, the niche community blueprint. Step 1, the most important one. Identify your focused niche.
Right, the intersection of your passion, your expertise, and a problem you can actually solve better than anyone else.
Second, choose the right platform. Discord, Circle, School, whatever. Pick the one that serves the purpose, not the one that's trendy.
Then, step 3 is crucial. Build day one value assets. Checklists, frameworks, templates, something that gives members an immediate win and proves they made the right choice.
Fourth, create rituals and cadence. Consistency builds trust. Weekly sessions, monthly Q&As, whatever it is.
And finally, the most strategic step, add monetization last.
Get that order wrong and the whole thing falls apart. Transformation first, then retention, then revenue.
Exactly.
And look, if you're finding these frameworks useful, if you're thinking about how this shift applies to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button on our YouTube NCWEBDEV channel right now. That way you won't miss all the new stuff we've got coming out.
Good call.
So let's make this real. The source material gives a perfect case study. NCWEBDV's annual digital cleanse. This is a textbook example of this model in action.
The niche is so focused. It's digital wellness and security for everyday users who feel completely overwhelmed. It solves a specific, timely, and very acute problem.
And the transformation couldn't be clearer. It's a 4-week guided journey. You declutter, you secure, you optimize your digital life. They're selling completion, peace of mind, not just information.
And you can see all the pillars right there. Hyper-focused purpose, a consistent weekly structure. That's the cadence. Practical tools like checklists, your day one value. It all creates social proof and deep retention because people are moving through it together.
And because it solves that one problem so well, the monetization just naturally expands from there. The cleanse becomes the foundation for a whole ecosystem.
You can see it. There are premium extended challenges like a 30-day deep clean. These are for the really committed members who want to go deeper.
And they have the curated tool partnerships, affiliate revenue from things like VPNs, password managers, tools that directly help with the transformation they promised.
And then you have the recurring revenue driver, the annual Digital Health Club for monthly checkpoints and live sessions. It turns a 4-week event into a year-long relationship.
And for ultimate personalization, you have those high-touch offerings, one-on-one data privacy audits, and those reset your digital life cohorts with capped enrollment. It just proves that focus lets you charge premium rates.
The digital cleanse just shows it perfectly. A small, intentional community built on crystal clear value can sustain multiple high-value revenue streams. Focus really is the multiplier.
So to bring this all home, the lesson is, well, it's unambiguous.
The future is not about broadcasting to everyone. It's about building deep, specific value for the dedicated few, the people who actually show up ready for a change.
And you, the person listening, you need this shift. You're looking for focus, not feed fatigue. You want real guidance, not more content to scroll through. You want transformation, a real result, not just another community to lurk in.
So just remember the formula for 2026. Clarity creates connection. Connection creates trust. And trust creates revenue. Start small, but solve a big problem.
And your final provocative thought to take with you is this. The future of digital influence is small, it's powerful, and it's profitable. Your next move is to stop trying to please the algorithm and start building the community that solves one real problem for the people who matter to you.
Serve them intentionally. The people who need what you have to offer are waiting.
And speaking of intentional action, we've made it really easy for you to dive into that case study. The pinned comment below has a direct link to the annual Digital Cleanse series playlist. And even better, a new episode is coming out tomorrow.
Perfect timing.
Go check it out now, apply these blueprints, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.